to the sounds of the silence that allows for my mind to run around with my ear up to the ground. I'm searching to behold the stories that I told when my back is to the world that was smiling when I turned. Tell me you're the greatest, but once you turn, they hate us. Oh, the misery. Everybody wants to be my enemy. Spare the sympathy. Everybody wants to be my enemy. Ran away. I swear I'll never be sad. No way. My enemy. Ran away. I swear I'll never be sad. Look out for yourself. But I'm ready. Your words up on the wall as you're praying for my phone. And the laughter in the halls. And the
I haven't used the intro in like months, so I was like, hey, fuck it, I'll throw it on there. Alright, that was good. So, we got a little bit of an interesting stream. I can do these now. I forgot I can do these, so. Yeah, today I want to talk about this equipment update I'm kind of doing. And so, I'm here to discuss some of it, some of the DVM stuff, if I'm allowed to. And, yeah, just some of that stuff in general, and we can probably have like a little Q&A about it. You know what I'm saying? So let me basically explain. I'll pull it up. No, the music. Actually, no, wait. Let me pull up the paint.net first, and then get the music, so it feels like, you know what I'm saying, right? We can start. So I'm just gonna like quickly explain the idea of what the equipment, like the equipment update basically is. Alright, there we go. So let me explain real quick, right? So for a while now, we had kind of, you have your equipment, right? Like, you know, like the little UI in your inventory that's like this, and has like this, and it's like this, and you have like the little rings and shit, right? Right? And then I think there's like one here or whatever. Y'all get what I'm saying, right? So this is like equipment. And for a while, Deepwoken equipment since the start of its game has been pretty much the exact same way. We all know this. Very focused on stats, and honestly the most important stats has been the same for about 3 years. I think it's finally time we get some options, and that's kind of the purpose of this equipment update. And so right now, so a lot of people were like questioning like, why did the Parasol Planner get nerfed, for example, right? This is actually that was part of, I mentioned it before, but that was because I wanted to do an equipment update. So the idea here is that instead of like, let's just say you look at the kind of arms equipment, right? And instead of seeing everything just based on like this, right? Instead of it being this, you're now looking at this, and this is probably the more important part depending on the build, right? And this also kind of explains why I did the poll. There's actually a reason for it. So a lot of people are like assuming that like off rip, I'm just trying to like remove armor enchants from the game entirely because I want people to be able to like, I want ganking to increase tenfold, and that's actually not entirely the main thing. The problem I had, right, is I'm making some of these equipment talents, and some of them are really fucking strong, right? Some of them are very powerful. The issue comes in is like, if I'm fighting against like, this is for not only future PvP but also future PvE, right? The idea I wanted to have was like, you can go in and bring as much equipment as you want, but the more equipment you bring, inherently you're going to add more risk because the stuff you don't have equipped is going to be dropped, right? And this is even true for like a PvE dungeon, like a Void Tower sort of thing, Void the Expedition, right? That is that, oh yeah, you can be prepped, right? You can have like 5 different sets. Oh, this is better for my heavy build. This is better suited for monsters. That's fine, right? You have something that's better suited for like using cannons or some shit like that, right? But keep in mind, like the idea I wanted was like, you know, you can bring all that stuff, but there's going to be risk. So you can be like prepped for everything and be at risk, or you can be very safe, right? You have the safe options, but you lose kind of the variety and like the flexibility you have in certain scenarios. Obviously a lot of people don't want armor enchants to be dropped, so they're not going to be dropped. But the way that the equipment stuff is probably going to go, right, is, for example, right, I had an example of an equipment talent, right, where basically so this is what I have right now. Currently, it's not coming this week. Let me clarify, this is not this week. The DVM and Monster Armor stuff, that will probably be this week, but the equipment update stuff is not going to be for a bit. I want like at least like 30 to 50 of them, right? And so I've only really gone through maybe like 10, 15 so far. just grinding out equipment talents. And I'll give 2 examples because I really like these 2 examples, right? And hopefully everything I do will kind of follow similar or just have like an extended bonus. So let me first, this is going to be the example I bring up of what like to kind of almost kind of expect. Not entirely, but for the most part, this is what I'm looking for. So let me get like a picture of these. So let's just say, right, this is your, we're gonna have your you have your plate here and you have your boots, right? Your like your chest plate. So let's just say you have enforcer boots. Nobody wears these. The stats on these are terrible, right? And it's understandable why, right? But the stats are awful. But I'll get into why it's actually not that bad in a second, right? And then we have enforcer plate. The idea right now I have it is that for starters, right? For starters, these individually have 2 unique talents, right? So right now, I'll give you guys a leak on this. So this one has something called Enforcer's Technique, right? And this one has something called Enforcer's Strength, right? Unique talents. And then the idea is that if you wear both of them, you get Enforcer's Pull, right? And I'm not going to reveal like what exactly it does. It's pretty simplistic. Nothing too complex because it's just Enforcer boots. But the idea is that you're getting unique bonuses from running the set, and it could be better for your build instead of just running Bastions of Enmity, right? Which sounds crazy because like, you know, these are such shit, like these have such bad pips, right? People are like, these are so bad. But the idea is that, you know, you can probably have like a set bonus for running these, and hopefully it's at least good enough for people. The idea is that you want people to like kind of like be like, oh, okay, wait, that's not too bad, right? So that's kind of the hope there, that it introduces more options. Not only that, what I got the thumbs up from Art to say that this is good to go. All the upgrades will have like unique crafting recipes, right? And so like the idea would be like, okay, to get like the upgraded enforcer boots, which could have better pips too. I'm not saying it can't have better stats, it can, right? But to get like the alloyed enforcer boots, or like the ascended or celestial, whatever you want to call it, augmented enforcer boots, right? You will need fucking 12 Smith alloys, right? 2 enforcer's eye, and then the enforcer boots. You can upgrade and get like a much better version of enforcer boots with a unique talent, right? And then on top of that, you know, you find the crafting recipe for this. You know, you go and get the ingredients, you craft the alloyed fucking enforcer plate, right? You put the alloyed enforcer plate and the celestial enforcer boots on, you get the like unique talent. And so the idea here is to hope that what's it called? There's a little bit more like I think a lot of people get tired of like the same grind over and over again. And I think what's going to happen with this DVM and Monster Armor update is that there's going to be a lot of armor, like equipment related grind taken away. Not only that, but it's going to be very easy to get god rolls because, for example, on your chest plate and on your helmet, right? There's DVM and Monster Armor you can roll for. So that's like what, 1 out of 6? Yeah, 1 out of 6 pips you can roll for. Now it's going to go down to 1 out of 4, right? It's basically going to be like star boots with like 1 extra or 2 extra added things, making it very easy to basically get what you want. And so the idea here is that we're going to try and make, or at least I'm going to try, because I'm doing a lot of these stuff. Some of these are pretty crazy talents. Another example I'll have, these are going to be the only like 2 leak examples, just because these are probably my favorite. And I think these are also just like people generally look at it as like shit equipment. Like another example of what will be done is equipment tool talents. So for example, right? Do you know like, okay, a good example of like what this will be like is, here it is. There's no picture of the tooltip. Damn, I hope there was. Oh well. Right, so a good example of like what I'm doing for this one is like the Lightkeeper medallion, right? So the idea is that there's going to be like a tool that you can use to activate an ability, right? And so this one, I called this one, basically it's a dagger. It's a dagger exclusive talent, right? Where you activate it and it's called Tempo Sap, right? And I'm not going to explain what it does. It has like a 3-minute cooldown. It's pretty powerful, but yeah, that's just an example, right? It's like, wait, what? Ministry Operative Cloak is meta? Like, well, maybe, we don't know. It could be Bastions of Enmity. It could be the Legion Phalanx plate. It could be the fucking regular Ministry fucking cloak. Or it could be the Ministry, like, the idea is that when the update comes, there's going to be a lot of stuff to like kind of figure out. And so that general idea is that I think a lot of people can agree that equipment is very stat focused and there's a lot of damage in the game. Hopefully we can bring like the top tiers down and then encourage more unique specific builds that can become more powerful through this update. But in my opinion, like a min-max like 550 HP, like 60 fizz build if possible, right? That's always going to just be powerful no matter what, and it's going to be powerful in a lot of situations. And I think that's like it's too powerful in all situations, damn near, right? And especially with this DVM update, now everybody's going to be like 550 HP, 600, 60 or 50% fizz. Do you understand what I'm saying, chat? And so I'm kind of worried that like it's going to get very boring very quick. Like, oh, do you have your armor kit? Yeah, I have my max health with fizz. And it's like, I feel like that's super boring. I really don't want that to happen. And so, yeah, that's the idea here. There's also going to be like, obviously, PvE talents as well. But my hope is that the PvE talents will also be good for PvP. So we'll see. We'll see what I can do. But yeah, like I said, right now there's like 16 or 17 of these already in that I did in like the past like few days. And so I've been grinding out, bro. I've been grinding out shit. And so, yeah, also, one more thing I'll probably mention real quick is what's probably going to happen in terms of how they work. So, final ideas is that with equipment like this, right? Actually, let me make this bigger. Is that the final thing as well that can make it hopefully even more interesting is that at the moment, well, this won't really matter as much for this, right? But the idea is that hopefully, like, one day, every equipment, every equipment will be kind of viable. And the idea is that you have two routes you can kind of go down, right? And the two routes are enchanted and then augmented, right? So augmentation, or whatever we call it, celestial, like I said, the name's work in progress, right? But the idea is that you can go augmented, right? And then get the stronger equipment, right? So like maybe the stats buffed a little bit and there's a talent on it. But this is not soul bounded. It's going to be like Tyrion pendant. Or you can go enchanted for like a general buff, right? Like you get something enchanted, it's soul bounded, it's safe, right? And it's generally like all the buffs on enchants are very like broad and easy. Like, okay, ferocity, less damage, more speed. Viscosity is good in PvP and PvE. You get what I'm saying, right? And so, yeah, that's the idea. The idea was initially that, like, you just couldn't enchant it. But, according to the polls, people say that they want armor enchants to stay the same way they are. I'm going off the polls. Archmage is following the polls. He told me that's what we're going to do, so that's what we're going to do. Armor enchants are going to stay undroppable. But the new equipment will not be soul boundable, right? So if you want the new equipment, there will always be that inherent risk. The only reason why this exists is just because some of the equipment talents, like I said earlier, pretty powerful. I'm a little bit worried about it, but some of them are pretty powerful. And so I didn't want people to have like 2 or 3 augmented gear on them and never have to worry about it. You know, like, it's like when you have that, like, hey, put the other shits in your bank, bro. Like, you have to choose what kit you decide to run, right? And so we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with gear as well. It might also just be a thing where like we eventually see a soft cap where people can't go 550 HP and like super high physical. No, you cannot enchant these, so you have to pick a path basically, right? Can you share one of the gear effects? I kind of did with this one, but I'm not gonna give too much leaks. I'm not gonna give too many leaks because I don't want people to figure it out. All right, let's look at the what's it called? Donos. Thank you for 11 euro. Hey, determined Guitar Art to delay the bat race by 6 months. Thank you. Yeah, thanks for 11. What do you think about Revogan Band? No comment really. Thanks for 2 Australian. Thanks for 7 Canadian. You're telling me I wasted my needles on my PV build gear for nothing? I asked Ark about the DVM translating over to like, I think that it should be like DVM is health, monster armor is physical. You know, I think that's just like the easiest solution to make everybody not upset. He said maybe. I'll ask again. I really think it should translate over because, like, if it's randomized, bro, you can understand people getting pissed. It's like, bro, what? Like I grinded so much for it, and it's like it's going to shit. And that's everybody's kit, by the way. Like, people have multiple of these kits, so it's very understandable why people want that translate over, and I can't blame them. But I don't know how much I'm allowed to speak on DVM and monster armor.
Do you think we could ever see set bonuses for armor in Deep? I think it could be a really cool way to expand the currently really dull armor system.
But yeah, like, so yeah, this is something that was, this is something that was wanted for a while, but, yeah, we'll see what happens with this stuff. In my opinion, like, there's a lot of people who, have, like, I feel like grinding for equipment sense, like, I think it should be translated over, but even if, like, it was re-rolled, right, like, getting min-max gear is going to be super easy now because Armor's Needle will almost give you, there's a 50-50 chance you basically get what you want. Most people, health, physical, they're good to go, you know what I mean, right? It's a 50-50 chance, so I feel like why wouldn't you use really Gilded? Is augmented talents or extra stats? We'll see which ones. Maybe some will be extra, like maybe like the Enforcer boots will get like a slight buff, right? But most of these are just going to be talents. We'll see. I don't know if I want to put extra stats on it because, like I said, there might eventually be a soft cap where like people can't get that high HP and Fizz. A lot of people are telling me that they think there should be a soft cap anyway. Even comp players are telling me like it's a bit ridiculous, and I understand that. So we'll see. Like there might not even need to be extra stats and stuff. It could just be talents, and I think it's good to go. Like I said though, we'll see about what happens with it. But for now, it's just talents, and that's what I want it to be for the most part. We'll be able to turn our enchanted gear into unenchanted augmented gear. Yes, I think I asked Ark, if you have an enchanted piece of gear and you turn it into augmented gear, it removes the enchant because it's a new crafting recipe. The problem is, I don't know if it translates the pips over. That's the only thing I don't know. I have to take a look and see how that works. Because I don't, like, we've never seen that before. We've never seen, like, maybe like we could just use, maybe I could just do it akin to, like, what's it called? Maybe, I don't know. I have to take a look at that. The issue with nerfing HP is that some builds can already deal a bar in M1. Yeah, that's why I'm of the belief that the damage multiplication caps should be reduced. I agree with that. I think the new hard cap should be 50%, and the new soft cap should be at 25%. The only really like pushback I see is like PvE's complaining about it, that they can't min-max and do like a shit ton of damage, right? And I understand that, but at the same time, if it doesn't end up going through, because I understand people want to be able to like as strong as possible, but keep in mind that like I don't think stuff related to PvE should help hold back like good PvP balancing, just because like, bro, like you could be on a build that is PvE and you get hit by one of those builds that do 75% more damage or even 50%. Chat, that's me going from 60 damage in M1 to 90. Like, you realize how fucking insane of a jump that is? And that's just 50%, by the way. You can go higher. That's the soft cap. Chat, one taunt and one potion. Anybody can use potions, bro. You can make a potion slot. You can just be prepped. Be prepped and go like, 40 charisma? You have 50% more damage. It's really not, it's not a lot of prep. It's not that much investment. You can argue just nerf those, but I think for a while people have been like, dude, what, that did a bar. Bro, how many times have you said, yo, that did a bar? I think this also has something to do with it. There's also just high base damages in the game as well. So, you know, they could take a look at, like, we can take a look at nerfing those. But yeah, for now, I think one of the best things we can do is probably nerfing, the amount of damage you can deal. PvE, maybe PvE would be left unaffected. Like, if you're in PvP combat, then it's this. If they want to make PvPs. Like I said, I'll see what it's. I have to ask the squad. It's not like I'm deciding everything, chat. It's a group thing, you know what I'm saying? So, I think the sentiment on the squad is people think that PvE has been doing a little too much damage, but honestly, I don't mind, right? I don't mind, because if things are made innate, they can readjust shit, right? Where if like everybody gets the damage, then like I feel like certain things can just be a little bit more tanky. You know, if everybody's like two tapping like every monster, then maybe they can just readjust. You know what I mean? But I think at a certain point, it's like we need to like kind of put our foot down, and it's like I think there's people who believe that with this update you're gonna have 80 DVM and like 45% monster armor. Like there's people who actually think that that's what's gonna happen. And I'm telling you right now, that's not what's gonna happen. Bro, I'm sorry, bro. We're not gonna give every single player innately off rip 80% DVM, 45% monster armor. People want to be like, okay, I get my min-max kit and then I level to power 20 and then I have min-max armor. It's like you're probably gonna have to earn back, you know, some of that DVM, right? Because the idea is that it's not like you're losing it entirely. You're getting more HP, right? Like those PvE builds are gonna have way more HP, so it's a buff to PvE builds. Keep that in mind. PV builds are going to be tankier because now they can go 500 HP, fucking 55% fizz. That's going to be way tankier. You know what I'm saying? That's way tankier than what they had before. And that's on top of monster armor. Keep that in mind too. So that's like, they're going to have 550 HP, 55 fizz, 40% monster armor? You have Enmity swinging at that nigga. That nigga going to do 3%. Enmity, what happened? Enmity? But I digress. We'll see. But it's probably going to be a decent amount. It's probably going to be a decent amount. I asked if I can talk about what probably the new max will be. We'll see what is said. Yeah, I guess we'll see. Enmity still slaps you the kit like that, not with Sacred Field, bro. Bro, I remember there'd be times on stream I'm running it, and I'm running it with like the Bozo throwaway kit. A motherfucker pops on a Sacred Field. I'm like, damn, that did like 6%. The fuck? It's like I took no damage. Now imagine that with a proper kit, with proper PvE build, and on top of that, 40% monster armor. You'd be taking nothing, bro. I just think, I don't think it should be trivialized that much. Damage though, well, people want to do more damage. Yeah, some people really have really good Sacred Fields. Some people think that, I think even Skipper said that like Sacred probably needs a nerf, and we'll see what happens. I've heard some ideas. Someone told me to make it like hyper armor, where like the more people in your Sacred, the less it does, but like, that's a pretty big nerf. I don't know. That is a pretty big nerf. I honestly would just prefer if it was like you have like a god Sacred, but then you have a long ass cooldown. We're gonna make a video explaining all these ideas. I don't know if I'm gonna make a video. Maybe I will. How you get DVM if it's not on equipment? You're probably gonna have to what's called earn it back, right? Not gonna. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it though, so I'll leave it at that for now. That would defeat the purpose of Sacred Field if you gutted it like that. Yeah, that's why I was thinking about like hyper body buffs, but we'll see. It's super strong. The problem is like it's very powerful, right? One Sacred Field, like you can carry an entire squad with that. Not just for PvP. I'm talking for PvE, bro. Like the difference between having a Sacred and not having a Sacred, chat. Y'all know the difference. You know what I mean? Like it's that powerful, and it's like I feel like should it really be that powerful for like the entire squad? I don't know. Yosemite Tunes. I feel like Yosemite Nerf would be the buff split between everyone, divide equally. That's what I'm thinking too, but I do think that's a pretty big nerf. But then again, like you have, if it's 90% and the split among like 5 people, that's 20% resistance. That's still a lot of extra resistance you get if you add that on top of everything, but we'll see. A proper PvE support by a Link Strider won't die against Enmity. Yeah, Sacred Field is very strong in both aspects of the game, mind you. I feel like a nerf to Sacred would just kill PvE. I disagree. I think you can beat pretty much all PvE without Sacred Field. And think about it like this. If you really think that a nerf to Sacred Field would kill PvE, then how reliant in your eyes is Sacred Field to PvE? Isn't that a bad thing? That one bell is carrying PvE? That sounds like, I don't know, that just sounds like bad balancing, no? One bell, you're telling me one bell, if that's nerfed, it'll kill PvE. That sounds like the bell maybe is doing too much for PvE and maybe things need to be readjusted. You know what I mean, right? It's like, I don't think that makes your point any better. It's just like, maybe that should be changed. Maybe make the other builds or other bells a little stronger. Maybe fucking Jar Souls does like twice as much, 3 times as much PvE damage. You see what I mean, right? It's like, I don't know. That's just my thoughts. Is there a point still trying to make a god PvP kit skill? Still, yeah. Pretty much all, like, pretty much everybody will always want to go HP and shit like that. What if Sacred resisted on amount of hits? Yeah, maybe. I heard somebody also say, like, instead of the hyper body idea, like, you can have Sacred, but it's like, it's kind of like run it back, where, like, there's a damage threshold, and it's shared between everybody inside the Sacred. Could also be done. I need to know if Astro's getting changed. Why would Astro be getting changed? No, why would Astro get changed? Chat, keep in mind, the idea, bro, chat, please listen. Because a lot of people think I'm here trying to nerf DVM. Chat, the idea, we're PvE, in my opinion, in my personal beliefs, I think it's fine if people want to get like damage and shit up like that. I do think there should be some consequence, right? But I don't think Astro should be nerfed, right? I think relatively every player should have around like I did a poll on my Discord. I think a good average is like 50% DVM, like 25-30% monster armor. That sounds pretty solid to me, man. I think there's a lot of players who would be pretty happy if they were like, oh, bet, yeah, get that off. Okay. Right. We'll see though. We'll see. I do think I think it'd be nice though if you could earn back that 80 or 75% DVM if like W rank, S rank, like I'm talking like top tier, like glass bones W rank, that sort of shit. I think like get a little DVM for that. That's a tough ass challenge. You know what I mean? Like, okay, 5% DVM you do. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe like it's too annoying to do that, and so people don't want to do it. I don't know, chat. Nerf Sacred, I'm not coming back. Most spells suck up in PvE anyways. Yeah, but it's like I said, I don't think that's a good philosophy. If most spells are like shit in PvE, then maybe they can just get a PvE buff and Sacred can get nerfed. I don't think one belt should be carrying all of PvE. That sounds boring, no? Well, it's like run it back, Sacred, maybe Smokescreen and Diluvian, like, you know, like little text and shit like that. You know what I mean? But besides that, Sharbo never used, Draw Souls never used. You know what I mean? Like fucking Preservation, I've never seen it, like ever. Like I don't know, like I feel like these definitely could be pretty cool to see in PvE. Like if you're in PvE, maybe Preservation heals you like 30% if you get somebody back up. Res buff. We'll see. Didn't Smokescreen and Diluvian get nerfed? I don't know. I saw a video not too long ago of like somebody saying it's still a thing. Are you gonna work on other dev stuff? What do you mean? Fix long-standing bugs? What I am trying to fix this patch, chat, I'm telling you right now. Bro, Corey, this is difficult, bro. But I might be able to figure it out. The Salchemist bug of doom, chat. If you have, for some reason, if you have a Salchemist pot in your distillery and it's an old Salchemist pot, you keep it, even post nerf. The problem is, Glumfig was released, and like now a bunch of people have pots that deal a bar, and they're keeping it. I'll find a way to fix that. I'll find a way to fix it. That can't exist, bro. That's gonna like actually, bro. People are gonna actually like destroy people with it. But unfortunately, chat, I will tell you, this will, whenever it happens, it will happen. I just need to get strong enough. Yes, the pot's like 100 damage. What the fuck, bro? It's gone out of control. I mean, I can't believe it got a buff before nerf. Out of control. But what I will guarantee is that, unfortunately, the Metallica potions coming to an end. Metallica potions will come to an end because, like I said, it's probably just going to be reverted back to basic speed pots. Fortunately, it's a sacrifice that has to be made. Maybe they can be added back somehow. Maybe. Actually, wait a minute. That just gave me a new equipment idea. I might bring it back for that just gave me a good ass idea for Alchemist hat, huh? I might add that back for Alchemist hat. Alchemist hat, you can like pop like a tool and it like insta makes like a fucking Metallica potion. You know what I'm saying, right? Maybe like 2-minute cooldown, 3-minute, I don't know. But those spots are so good in water. I just want to, yeah, maybe I'll do something like that. Chat, I think I'll do that. Yeah, I like that. Like I said, chat, like that's what I mean. Like, bro, I want equipment talents to be like that. It's like, okay, I can use this as a vision shaper. Oh, this is Knife for Blade Harper. Oh wait. I'm using the great sword for it. I'm using the enforcer blade. I think I'll use this. Like, bro, I want to see that. So these talents you're talking about, just equipment talents or set bonuses? Both. Actually, multiple, right? The 3 types you're gonna see individual equipment talents. So this has an individual equipment talent. This is an individual equipment talent. This has an individual equipment talent, and this one has one. So if you don't want to wear the enforcer plate, you don't have to. You can still get the buff from the enforcer boots if you wear it. Then there's going to be equipment set bonuses where if you wear enforcer plate, enforcer boots, you get a buff to X, Y, and Z related to enforcer shit, right? Then I have a third version where like if you have like, for example, I think an example I have is like the Legion Phalanx plate. It buffs the equipment talents of the Phalanx boots and the Phalanx helmet. Right, so not exactly a set bonus, but it buffs those other talents. So I want to play around with it. I want set bonuses. I want stuff that just buffs the other individual talents, etc. All right. So we'll see. We'll see. You know, obviously not every effect is going to be like super glamorous, but in my opinion, I don't think every effect needs to be like you get like 3 new mantras with the equipment set. It's like, I think some of them can just be as simple as it makes the specific build stronger in a pretty nice way. You know what I'm saying, right? It doesn't have to be anything like super crazy. These are not relics, you know what I'm saying? These are not like relic fucking, like, these are not like the Duke relic where you get like the windshield. Like those, I feel like the relic tier ones should feel more unique, but these should still be unique in itself. Do you understand what I'm saying, chat? How to pronounce it's phalanx, isn't it? I'm just gonna say phalanx. Fuck y'all. I'm saying phalanx. I'm standing on that. I don't care if it's ignorance, bro. Are the talents gonna be balanced on release and get nerfs if they need to? Bro. If there's one that's too busted, then yeah. Right now, though, are there any that I'm worried about? There's like one maybe that I'm kind of worried about. Maybe not so much. Let me look at my talent list that I got so far. Let me see if there's any that I'm actually worried about. Maybe one. I'm worried. I'm kind of worried about the one I'm giving to Ignition Gauntlets. We'll see. It'll be fine. Is the one you're worried on a bad piece of armor? Bad? Maybe. Also, Tempo Sap. That's the one for what's it called? This one, bro. I'll show y'all the one it's called. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, we'll see. It might not. I don't think it'll be that busted, but this one I'm also like kind of shaky about. This is the talent for this one, Tempo Sap. It's ministry related, so I had to. It's a dagger one, chat, because well, you see a dagger. It's a dagger talent, and it's called Tempo Sap. I'm a little worried about it because it's a pretty good talent. It's a tool, so that's why I said it's like Elegy of Light. So chat, 4 types. You're gonna have like stat buffs, right? Just like simple stat buffs. You're gonna have tool talents, right? Where like you'll get like a tool that it's like an ability, right? Then you'll have set bonuses, and then you'll have like not set bonuses but set buffs, right? So those are the 4 types that currently exist right now. And so yeah, I'm pretty happy about it so far. Mantras, I don't think so. The only reason why I think getting a mantra from a relic or getting a mantra from equipment should be relic tier. Do you know what I mean? I feel like a mantra, like an exclusive mantra, that sounds more like a relic idea. I don't want to push too high up. Because if I start doing that's like they add a relic like that, it's gonna diminish like the coolness and the uniqueness of those relics. Do you see what I mean, right? That, like I said, like mantle, like things that are like actual like new attacks. I feel like that's pushing a bit too far for equipment. So I want to like balance it out where it's like it can still be cool. I think as far as it'll go is like, for example, like Elegy Light, where you get like a tool that activates an ability, but it won't be like attack. It won't be like an attack that you do. I think that's like that should be saved for mantle, Duke relic sort of stuff. It's gonna be unique set bonuses and stuff compared to wearing the meta armor because that's the only people use them. We'll see, Fawn. Like I said, I think the main thing I was saying before Fawn was that I don't think these need stat buffs, and the reason why is because I do think that there's gonna be a soft cap to equipment eventually as well. It might even drop with the update. As for the release date of this, give me some time, bro. Give me some time. Maybe like 3 weeks to a month to really, bro. I want like, bro, when this update drops, like, bro, let me just. I really want more updates that are like completed. I think there's a lot of times, and I understand, but I think there's a lot of times where like something like this will drop, and it's like there's only 4 equipment talents, and it's like this could have been, you know what I'm saying? This could have been fleshed out a little bit more, no? Like, you know, like mounts, like bro, I want like 5, 6 times, you know? Like, okay. See what I mean, right? But no, I'm trying to get like, hopefully in July, right? I already, like I said, chat, I already got like 15 of these done, and that was in the past few days. I'm grinding out hours a day on this shit, bro. I'm grinding out. So maybe I'll grind out July. I will be in Turkey though, but because they banned Roblox in Turkey, and I'm really worried. I might cancel the trip. Look, I want to. That's been eating at me, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I want to see my family. But I want to do some shit for deep, you know what I'm saying, right? Like, I'm sorry. You know that fucking, like, GIF where it's like my Deepwoken guild over my family, bro. Like I'm just, bro, I'm locked in, man. I'm locked in, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Like they understand though. I told them way back. I was like, I ain't gonna lie. I'm pretty serious about locking on this. I might not be able to pull up. Just in case though, I'm gonna let you know. But they understood though, because they understand, like, you know, working for Deep, bro. That's a good ass job. I love the job. But it's like, you know what I'm saying? I want to actually I want to drop some good themed weeklies. That's what I'm trying to do, right? Balancing, obviously, you know, you're always gonna have people who are gonna be upset over stuff like that. I'll try my best, chat. You know, people are always gonna be like looking at me with a side eye. You know what I'm saying? Because the things I've yapped about. But no, I want to bring some stuff that people actually want. And monsters and bosses, I'll keep it a buck, chat. Bro, I tried making a monster, chat. I tried making a monster, and y'all gonna have to give me some time. Let me get better, bro. Let me get better. 2 week. I tried, chat. I really tried. I made the fucking Sharko one as a new attack, but like a brand new monster. Give me some time, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Give me some time. But then once I started being able to do it, I want like a weekly that's like you get like a lot of monsters in one weekly too. But that will definitely. You made the green Sharko. I did. That's actually gonna tie. Funny enough, I'm not gonna leak too much, but that's gonna tie into one of these armors. It's gonna be you might want to look for him when I think maybe I'll drop him with it. Yeah, I think that'll be a good idea. He's gonna have something you want on him too. It's pretty valuable, I'd say, for the min maxers. Yeah, dude. I'll show it. No, actually, no, I won't. Let me keep it a secret. I'm not gonna talk too much about it, because, bro, chat. Also, I might do a poll. Some people might say it's a stupid poll, but I might do a question. Do you want equipment recipes? Like I said before, there's gonna be crafting recipes to make these. Do you want them to be a secret on release, or do you want a way that's like kind of easy to obtain? Not easy to obtain, but like easy to figure out what it is. Because these equipment recipes, they're gonna be expensive. They're probably gonna be pretty expensive. You know what I mean, right? Like the idea would be like, okay, you get like the Duke fiber. You know what I'm saying? Drop from Duke, you get like the Duke fiber. You know, you can put it on like the you get like maybe some like 2 gilded needles. Then you get like the fucking thing. You get like the Duke weave, right? Put that in like an exclusive Duke drop. Upgrades it to like the shits. So we'll see. Secret, easy to figure out. Secret, but have hints. Hints might be difficult though. I'm not gonna lie. It's like what would I even hint? Like that's my issue. That's why I was just gonna make it like it's gonna be expensive anyway. So like I might just not do. Maybe I'll have some of them be a secret. Others are just kind of known off rip if you just have the equipment. That's yeah. Like maybe I'll do like in the middle. The problem is, chat's like, how do you figure out that like something requires fucking 2 gildeds? You know what I mean? Right? It's like But then again, if there's like 30 or 40 of them, like I feel like it's also like if all of them were secrets, it'd be cool to see like the community like progressively unlock. Like oh, they're like wait, I found one. Oh no, this was nice. Okay, you know, like that's what we'll see. We'll see, right? And maybe there could be like a hint where like you can like use like a recipe book and like it gives you a random like crafting recipe. I don't know. There's a lot of ideas. We'll see, chat. We'll see. Don't make it a dead rare. No, I don't want to make it. I don't think it should be like fucking. Like I said, this is not like mantle. You know what I mean, right? I think if there's like a Duke fabric, it'll probably be like it'll be like maybe like I don't know. It won't be like a Duke relic from Duke. It may be like 5 times rare or 5 times more common. Sorry, 5 to 10 times more common. You'll get it. Like the idea is that I want people to be able to. These are droppable, and so you can like trade. Like do you have like? Well, I don't know if they'd have to make enforcers eye droppable, but does that really matter? Bro, like for like the enforcer boots, like I want enforcer eye to be part of the combo. I want it to be like like I'll trade you this Duke fabric for like I don't know fucking. Like the enmity armor piece. Oh, okay, wait. You have 2 enforcers eye. Like you know what I'm saying, right? Like basic like material trading. I don't know. Like this, it doesn't. It's not like gonna be like an. I don't want to be like verse 1 because I think a lot of people complain where it's just like the problem with verse 1 trading. It's like, bro, there's like I'm gonna check donos in a second, but there was like fucking like 4 or 5 levels of RNG to. That's the problem with it, right? There was like first you need to find the enchant, right? That's step 1. Get the enchant, and that was rare at the time. That was rare. Step 2, is it weapon or is it armor? And most of the time you want weapon, right? Step 3, what weapon is it on? Step 4, what enchant is it? Step 5, is it 3-star? Look at that. 5 different levels of RNG. And no wonder people kept complaining about it. I think they did basically eliminate all those, right? And I think some people do miss at least one. I think like there should be 1 to 2 levels, but 5, there was 5, chat. There was really 5. And so like you would have somebody with like fucking adhesive leather boots that they got out of a chest. Maybe that's like that's like bottom of the barrel. Mid tier would be like show tell non-alloyed, show tell gluttony. Like, okay, it's a weapon you can maybe use, but it's gluttony. And then high tier's like dampers and cooling. There was like, it was like you would need like, I'm so serious, you could have 100 leather boots that were like all adhesive, and it would not even be like, no one would want that, literally. So like there was just so much RNG in that, and I think it did get a little tiring. But I think in a way though, you could argue that it encouraged people to try different stuff because like they didn't have access to it, so they had to work with what they had. They had to work with what they found, and so I think that's like probably the strongest argument I'd say is like it encouraged more build diversity, forced build diversity. But I feel like it was too many levels of RNG on top of that. First one, niggas would spit on you if you didn't have what they wanted. Exactly, right? Mostly looking for, they put like MLF. Mostly looking for vampirism Krulian, obfuscation Krulian. It's like, bro, who has that, bro? I have a fucking blazing show-tell, bro. I swear, chat, never trust niggas with a big-ass list. Those are the greediest, stingiest motherfuckers ever. Swear to God, you always look for the motherfuckers with like the 2 lines. That's it. The motherfuckers have like this big ass list. They are so fucking stingy. Don't trade with them. Do not. Swear to God, awful. So awful. They have like, and you know that mostly looking for is like like nobody has that, bro. Nobody has that. Always look those like the good deals are like the people who have like 3 things and like that's one of the things you want, right? It's like, bro, get out of here with that shit, bro. That shit was no one liked trading with those guys, bro. Come on now. Let me look at the donuts. What's augmented armor? I'll probably explain that by now. Is DVM / monster armor going to still have power echo shop? I don't know if I want to reveal exactly how it's going to work. I just said it's going to be earned. But thanks for the 2. All right. Can you confirm if the bat race is going to have built-in rhythm? Thanks for the 7. I don't know what its innate talent's going to be. I might make it actually. I don't know who's making it. We'll see. We'll see what it is. I can see why people would say that. I mean, if it had like a very weak version of it, I think that'd be kind of cool. I don't know, we'll see. Thanks for the 2 Canadian. Make yourself an NPC and sell emotes for crowns. Sell emotes for crowns. What do you mean? Oh, like you can get them. You can buy like an ABA. Like you can buy emotes. Emotes. Earnable emotes actually is not a bad idea. I think on that. Make a recipe book. Thanks for 2. Maybe I might just do that. We'll see. There's already like the recipe tab. So like I said, the recipe book could just be like, you can get a recipe book, you like unlock it and like you find out the recipe. But then again, like by the time like that might be a useless addition because like the community figures out like a bunch of shit, you know what I mean? So we'll see. Enchants need flaws like entanglement, less copy paste. Enchants needing flaws. I think most people don't really want that. Keep it. I think most people like the idea of just like you get a buff from the enchant. Like I said though, I do want the idea where like you have 2 paths. You can go enchanted. Obviously, you go like the OG route. You get like the good stats. You get the enchants. Very safe, basic. If you want to access the new content, right, engage in the new system, there's a little bit of risk. And is that bad? Is that bad? Come on, just a little bit, bruh. And even then, if you're wearing it, if you don't have it, I'll put it in the bank. You know what I'm saying, right? And so I think with the option of having a bank and you can enchant it, but it can't be augmented. Like I like that choice. It reminds me of Project JoJo, where like in Project JoJo, okay, now that game is chopped, but like back then it's like you could either go ultimate life form or you could go like, you know, there's like different options you could have, and like they would still both be strong, right? It's just that they had different outcomes. And so I think Deepwoken is more interesting with more choice like that. Thank you for the 2. Fix this fat motherfucker Fairman TP spamming, please. I don't know what's up with that. Thanks for the 2. Maybe. I'm not gonna lie. I'm focused up, bro. I'm busy as fuck, bro. Thoughts on a relic 4 times as rare as Muzai that dropped from enemy that changed your race? I think I talked to Ark about like, I don't think it'd be as simple as, hey, I pop it, reroll. Like, I don't think it's gonna be as simple as that. If anything, it'd be like White King Amulet. It would probably be like White King Amulet, where like you pop it, obtainable race, right? You have to wipe a motherfucker with it. Some like crazy wreck or something like that. Because White Kings, it was like you had to like you had to betray your house members basically, right? So it would probably be some crazy shit, chat. And that was talking with Ark, because bro, race rules are hey bro. I'm gonna give you the this emoji, chat, you know what I mean? Quick recap of what you said. Recap of what I said. New equipment talents, they're going to be unlockable. Probably going to be called Augmented, Ascended, Celestial. Not enchantable, but they do have either, they're going to have a strong talent on it. Some are niche, some are broad, right? Some have tooltips, some will have set bonuses, and like I said, they all have a unique crafting recipe. Plan to add more guild content? We'll see. I want to see Rogue Conquest and Deepwoken low-key. Will there be more use for echoes? I'm gonna keep it a bike chat. Echoes. My only issue is it's like it's kind of boring farming for that shit. Is that just me? I think Echo is like the worst type of grind, bruh. There's like an optimal grind, and it's just you wiping your character over and over again. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just think that's just not very interesting. You think Shrine of Order is balanced? Balanced? What I will do. Ooh. That just gave me another equipment talent idea. I'll leave this one to you. An equipment talent or relic, could be relic, that doesn't work if you have Shrine of Order. Something that like non-shrine, like that way you can bring up the fucking non-shrine builds. I gotcha. I'll probably do like a few of those. We'll see. Would have to be broken? It would. That's the worry though. It's like, cause the thing is like, yes, non-shrine is worse, but you can still get some pretty solid builds. You have to be careful. We'll see. Let's see what it is. Like, I think it'd be cool if there was like, is there any like heretic armor? There's like the heretic armor. Let me see. What? Let me look in the equipment. I did have a devious idea though. No, it's here somewhere. Hold on. There's like, the problem is there's like a lot of equipment that's just like kind of. There's like not a lot of lore behind it. Like, I don't know. There's just like you can't like. What am I supposed to give grand pauldrons? Like I feel like some of these can be kind of left alone because it's just like, bro, these are like bunions, dude. Gumshoe long coat. Inquisitor duster. No, let me see what I'm looking for. Hold on. It's down here. The ministry cloak. What is this? Hero Blade event. Yeah, maybe like the ministry cloak having like you have like the darkened ministry cloak or something like that, and then like it's a talent that works exclusively for no shrine builds, and it's like, ooh, I have a demon idea. I have a demonic idea actually. Yo, this bitch might be like expensive as fuck to craft. I have a demon idea for this one. Finally, ministry cloak meta, non-shrine meta, chat. Could you imagine? Certain items, yeah, chat, I think we can agree though. It's like, keep in mind, I don't think not everything needs to have one, in my opinion, right? Like, I mean, compound, maybe, yeah, I guess. No, chat, like, some of these are just like novice brace. I guess you can maybe give something for them. I need to give some. I have like only like 2 or 3 PvE ones so far. Well, let me look up which ones would be good for PvE. I'm curious. I think I have a few that are good for PvE and PvP. That's the hope. Yeah, I think I do have some that would be pretty good for. Hopefully, pretty good for PvE and PvP. Royal Pathfinder. Chat, Royal Pathfinder, PvP or PvE? I feel like Pathfinder is like a PvE, PvP, like both sort of thing. We'll see though. We'll see what I do. Yeah, I don't know. I might like sand runner wraps. I don't know. I might do some demon shit though. So yeah. Anyway, I think that I think that covers all the stuff I really had to yap about, chat. I might get back to work, bro. Back to work on fixing Alchemist. I'm not gonna lie, chat. Alchemist buff, but also big nerfs. Have you learned OOP? Yes. The project I presented to get into Deep was OOP related. Yeah, back to work in chat. What do you mean by that? I'll tell you what nerfs are probably coming. If there's a minus, that means it's nerfed. If there's a plus, that means it's buffed. So today, what we're seeing, damage reduction. Come on, you know it's coming. Damage reduction, ether regen. I put like a few minuses. I'm not gonna lie, this one got pretty big nerfs. But plus on instant ether, and probably also a plus on instant health. This is probably what's happening. Instant health, instant ether. You have to be careful though. Like I said, chat, y'all saw what happened with the Glumfigs. So I might do like half a plus just because I'm kind of scared that like it's gonna be like godly. But yeah, this is the big nerf on ether regen. I'm telling you right now. Damage reduction, it'll still be pretty strong. I think damage reduction's like you still have to land it, but big on ether regen. I'm not gonna lie. Ether regen, you got some pretty big nerfs. Instant ether is actually pretty solid now. I was testing it like an instant ether pot. I was like, I think I had like 550 ether. I had like 20%. I went up to like 80%. That, in my opinion, that's how it should be. Ether regen potions are now more like, what's it called? It's now more like you're out of tempo, but like instead of it being like you instantly get full tempo, it's like normal ether regen. So you can run out of ether. The problem is you can't run out of ether with instant ether pots. And so what happened is that you could just throw, or you could just like throw the pot down at yourself and keep maging, right? And that was very powerful in a lot of scenarios. And then ether drain, especially bro in today's game, where ether is like a lot more scarce, unless you're mage, but you get what I'm saying. So yeah. Also, the problem is, chat, instant ether is actually not bad. The problem was ether regen is so powerful. Why would you ever use? I'm so serious. You would get like 40 or 50 ether, like 40 ether a second, 40 ether like a second or something. It was like a crazy rate. I was like, what the fuck is this? It was like literally like, huh? But I did buff up. What's it called? Instant ether. By like maybe 30-40%. We didn't super buff it. I don't think that's really that much of a buff because I think ether regen taking a big hit here is warranted. It's because literally like you just didn't run out of ether. It was crazy. Where I think it's like it should be a matter of like, okay, do you want to get like a shit ton of ether at once, or do you want to get some like general more regen over time? Which is what it always should have been in my opinion. Damage reduction, you could hit 50%, now max like 36 or 35%. Still pretty solid. I think that's still actually pretty good. But that's like for less time, obviously. And then instant health, probably buff up. Instant health was just always worse compared to instant regen, but you have to be careful because, like I said, Glumfigs dropped and they showed how strong instant ether and instant damage could be. You have to be very careful. What do you think of the 100 damage for player pots? I'm trying to fix that. I'm not gonna lie. I'm trying to make it to where the Alchemist people will not keep it after the shits. The depth is so quiet. This is not change of pace. We made quiet. Chime rewards. I kind of want overall PvP rewards, bro. I want like 6v6, like conquest, like Rogue Lineage conquest, like that having good rewards. Valid. Ones. I mean, I thought about it. It's like people did say that they liked like types of 1v1s because it had good rewards in it, but the problem is like. I guess you can make it scale with Elo, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm not saying it's impossible. But right now it's low priority because I think there's other stuff that needs some love right now. So we'll see. I do want my ideal chime would be like 2 to 3 month seasons. At the end of the month, right? Like top 10, top 50, top 250 get like their rewards or whatever. Top 10 cosmetic, just like shit like that. Maybe top 1,000 too, like for the freshies, you know what I'm saying? Like top 1,000, they get, I don't know, like they go in, they get like, there's like a chime reward fucking pickup thing. Just an idea. Anybody want chime rewards? Give me gank rewards. Yeah, I want gank rewards. I like ganking. I love ganking more, bro. My experimental brewing is starting to show promise. Is it? What's happening with Pathfinder's Elite Innate DVM? I think that's staying. I think Pathfinder Elite DVM is staying. Yeah. Are those 100 damage pops with reverse Glumfigs? Yes, they are. Bro said gank rewards, but didn't even care to watch the last DCL. Yeah, because I don't think ganking rewards should only come from like competitive ganking. Bro. I think any sort of ganking should get some fucking rewards, bro. That's how you get more people, bro. That's how you get more people into ganking, bro. Well, you want like the same like 150 people to just gank all the time, bro? It's like, bro, like literally, I always say just like, bro, there are a lot of games that have like just general good like PvP based rewards, and it gets more people into the game. It's like, bro, you fight the same niggas, bro. It's like, yo, maybe give gank like actual regular ganking some attention, and you'll have more people in DCL. You know, you'll have more people queuing in Chime, maybe. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, bro. That's just my thoughts. What do you count as a gank? Anything outside Chime. Right now, Lies just in the Void Heart. Rarely, maybe you'll see like War Mode. Sometimes maybe War Mode is very rarely at Song. Most people complain about it being in Void Heart, though. Regular ganking, we'll have to see. Regular ganking, we'll have to see. I do think there should just be more things akin to War Mode, but see, War Mode got a pretty decent buff though. War Mode got a pretty decent buff though. I just think a lot of people don't realize like it's pretty solid. I think. Are the Glumfigs getting cooked? The Glumfigs are already nerfed. They've been nerfed. But Danvir, the only thing that needs to be figured out is why Salchemist think why. I gotta figure that out. Well, the update's Sunday, so maybe I'll figure it out. I have time. We'll see. I bug with War Mode heavy, but I still know how to start to this day, bro. What? Thanks, Luke, bro. 4 people at the War Mode bell. Some guilds aren't too active and you have to solo gang. I just join others. Yeah. You been joining mine, I see, lurking. Oh, you're talking about 6 Luke? I don't even know where the War Mode bell is, bro, Chacho. Oh. Yeah, no, it's like at that Link Stratter place. You should make Diluvian better. Diluvian better? I think we should just need new PvE. How about that, bro? I don't want more Diluvian. I want new PvE, bro. Fuck that. I mean, is that just me, bro? Like, bro. War Mode is actually fun as hell right now. I like that. Invadable Diluvian, bro. I just want new PvE, man. Chat, that's why the first thing I did after I like fucked around with balancing was try and make a monster variant, and I did. I made a Sharko that's actually difficult as fuck to fight. In my opinion, that's what PvE should be. Chat, when I mean it, like the Sharko, you have to react to the Sharko. You can't muscle memory this. You have to react to it. Ask the people. There's like a few people here who fought the Sharko, and let me tell you, they got fucked up over their freshies. But I'm telling you, like it's reaction based, and that's how it should be, right? If you can react to the Sharko, right, and understand kind of like its slight patterns, because it is a lot more randomized. Maybe I'll just have people fight it on stream. Fuck it. Actually, no. I know what I have to do first. No, I'm gonna keep it a secret. Actually, how much HP do I have to keep that a secret, bro? I gotta have y'all be you know what I'm saying, right? Green Shark having 3 to 5 swipes. It seemed easy. Well, if you can, like I said, if you're just good at having general reaction-based shits, you'll probably be fine, right? But a lot of people, bro, a lot of testers, I threw it on them for the first time, and like they were getting cooked up, bro. I'm not gonna lie, they were getting cooked up. They were thinking it might need nerfs, perhaps. I think I threw in some nerfs, and still people were getting messed by it, bro. I was like, damn. I'm just telling you, like, bro, just the way the mob fights. Don't nerf it. That shit was easy. Yay. I didn't think it was that bad either, but I think average Joe is just not. Thanks for the 10. This is going to make some combat players upset, but balance patcher should be bouncing in all elos, not just bouncing for the highest level play. Yeah, here's the problem with that. Like, you go into 800 elo, like, the build you're fighting is like Rapier, Elastic, Shadow, Lightning. And the motherfucker has 80 agility for some reason. Like, that's a build you'll fight. How are you supposed to balance for that? like how you see them, like those are the builds you encounter, you know what I mean? Not saying that's a bad thing, but like, it's so, what I'm trying to say is that it's so diverse, and there's a lot of builds that are really fucking shit, respectfully, right? There are a lot of builds that are really like just not it, and it's like, how do you even balance for that? You know what I mean? Like, how do you even, like, what, like, tell me, how do you balance for 800 elo and then also balance for 1,500 elo? Like, what is your suggestion? I'm curious. Like, what is your suggestion? Because I have people who come in my chat telling me that, why did Flora's Lava get nerfed? It was fine. I'm saying, you have people who come in my chat telling me, why did Flora's Lava get nerfed? It was fine. It was fine. Okay. I'm just saying, bro. Like, bro. How am I supposed to do that? No, you can go back in my chat and look at the chat history, and you will see people complaining about like the very obvious flame nerfs, and it's like, bro. Can we have the ability to solo start hell mode if you have A rank? Solo starting hell mode would be kind of nice. I think the only reason why they didn't want to do that is because people, I didn't think people just wanted to, I don't think ARC wanted just to have people activate hell mode and then just log. I guess you could just argue they could just, yeah. But like if they activate hell mode and then they just log, like it's going to be on like a 20-minute cooldown. I don't know. Shade Step still does not work akin to Beast Burrow. Was it supposed to? Because I think it was designed to not be like Beast Burrow, where like it automatically comes up when you're near somebody. That's intentional, I think. Though I don't think that needs to be intentional. I think that could be changed up. Yeah, I have a potion idea. I have like some new potion ideas though. I'm putting this in red because I don't think I'm gonna be able to get to this, but new potion I want to see. Add anti-heal potion. I don't know what ingredient, but I want to do this too. Because potions have not gotten any content in the past half decade. I'm so serious, past half decade. So, would love to see this. But I'm busy, chat. I'm busy with the equipment talents. That is my first big update I'm trying to drop for the game. And we'll see. We'll see if Ministry Operative Cloak plus Enforcer Boots plus fucking Curse Blood Pendant becomes meta. I'll be a little happy. I won't lie. It'll probably be a nerf, but I'll be a little happy, chat. You know what I mean? I'll be a little happy just because it's nice to see something different. You know what I mean? It's like it's nice to see something different. I don't know. That I would just be happy seeing some shit like that. We'll see. Remind me though, chat. What I do want to see, chat. What I do want to see. Remind me, if I do end up fixing this, remind me to add a equipment talent that lets you get the Metallica potion from Big Alchemist hat. Long cooldown though, long cooldown. But you get to like insta-craft, it'll be like, and it goes on a long cooldown. Heroism is still trash, is it? Someone was telling me to like increase it from like 25 to 30% and 75 to 70%. We'll see, I can see that being done. Because there's a lot of times where like you're fighting and you're kind of at 3-4 bars a lot of the time, you know what I mean? My needles be refunded. I did ask if instead of it being like first off, they couldn't refund that. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. They couldn't refund that. But I do think that should hopefully I want to see it too, bro. Don't get it twisted. I want to see it too. DVM and Monster Armor translating to health and fizz. That's the best way. Game design is very difficult, so I don't really have a one-size-fits-all answer for game complexities, but listening to constructive instead of you just suck would be a good start. Thanks for the 10. Yeah, but like, here's the problem though. It's like the problem is, like I just mentioned, the constructive criticism I got was literally people coming and being like, well, I don't think Flora's Lava was that bad. I think Ice was generally worse. Like, well, look at Ice. It has St. J. Why can't I have Flora's Lava as a strong effect? And it's like, that's like the extent of it. Or people would just be like, bro, what? Flame didn't need, bro, what? Flame got gutted. And it's like, it's kind of hard to determine the validity of what people are saying. There's, because of that diverse amount of people, it's like, well, who do you listen to? And so who I listen to personally, right? There are some people I do like, sometimes the polls do influence, not by too much, but they do influence some, like the assassination and flame stuff, like the big mage stuff. Some of that was influenced by testers, a balance server, and polls, right? I think that's a good trio in my opinion, right? Polls if it's really needed, like if it's something I think that's like, okay, we'll see what people say. But for the most part, test tier is balance server. Besides that, I don't know. It's like there's a lot of people who say they have like the right answer, and it's like I know I don't always have the right answer, so it's like it's hard to figure it out. But that's why I think balance should be like active balancing is like it's okay to go back on things. It's okay to change things back and try something new. I mean, like the flame eruption thing. Like, if people think it's a better idea to have like just a long ass cooldown for big mantras, like what I did with ice beam. So yeah, I saw people fighting with ice beam, bro. They got like 2 ice beams a fight, but it's big, right? It's big and powerful, but it's only like 2 a fight, like literally per entire tank. Trap ice is becoming trash right now. I'm gonna keep it real. I don't know, man. Maybe I don't know what's banned in DCL, but I feel like St. J can always put in some good work, man. That Ice Fissure St. J, it's like old Ice Fissure St. J for some reason. So, I don't know. But yeah, like I said though, we'll see. I'll make sure testers keep me in check. We'll see. Hopefully, testers keep me in check for some of the balance talent. I think there's like one talent that might have been a bit too strong that I nerfed, but besides that, most have been like powerful, but like warranted. Like, okay, that's a good powerful talent. I might use that. We'll see. We'll see. And Bard says Sheffo. I don't know if that's gonna be me. Bardo. Actually, maybe that could be. I don't know. I'm not super focused on like support much. Like chat, mantras, weapons, oaths. I don't want to do that, man. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe oath, but mantras and weapons. Like I want monsters. I want equipment. I want like shit that we just don't get. Like, you know what I mean? I want to get shit we don't get, bro. A new mantra, a new oath. Like, bro, there's devs for that. Equipment talents, never get those. Monsters, rare. Bosses, we like bosses. I got some stuff. I want to see more like that, man. Like, I think a lot of people do, right? Bro, come on. Don't tell me to go make it some fucking mantras. No, man, fuck that. We'll see. Bullet casings? Oh yeah, I'm supposed to buff bullet casings and add new effects for them. I don't know what I'll do. I want to see stuff like Duke Stomp Mantra for Fireman and Chaser. Actually, that I kind of fuck with. We can go to sleep. Bro, my sleep schedule is like so fucked. Bro, I'm staying up late as fuck. My sleep schedule is so screwed, bro. Skark. Let me ask Ark if I can talk about what the new potential max is. Yeah, I'll ask if I can talk about max DVM. All right, chat. I've been given the permission to talk about what the new innate earnable max will be. So let's talk about it, all right? I'm not going to discuss exactly how it will be obtained because, well, you guys have to figure that out. But I will tell you what the new max will probably be. We'll see. It can change. Right now, there are 3 categories, kind of, right? There are 3 categories. First off, you have 8% from echoes and 8% from this. Let me actually do this. Hold on. This is a monster armor, right? Yeah, monster armor. Actually, let me just get the line tool. So what is it? This is like echoes, right? Yeah. So you have echoes, earnable innate, and then equipment. So earnable innate DVM percent is 50. Earnable innate monster armor is 30%. Equipment, I think 5, maybe 5 here. 5% question mark. And these are what's it called? This is DVM and this is monster armor, I'm pretty sure. This is what the maxes are looking like. So you can get 50% earnable DVM, 8% from echoes, and still 5% from equipment. So 63% and maybe 43% monster armor, right? Min-max. So this is pretty solid. I think actually this is a lot. I think this might be close to max monster armor. We'll see. That is, oh, and drown too. I forgot about drown. I'll put like a little tier, 5%. Yeah, and drown. Sorry. So okay, yeah. So 68% DVM earnable max and potentially 48% monster armor. That actually might be that might be a bit too much. We'll see. Maybe like I think max is like 49%. Okay, maybe this is a bit too much. We'll see though, chat. The reason why I think it's fine if it's this high though, it is going to be earnable. You gotta take a chat. It's not going to be the exact way you think. People think it's going to be, oh, you have to like no hit a boss. No, you'll see, chat. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be different a little bit. So that's why I think, honestly, how about we just see how it plays out? I mean, people might say this is too high. Let's see how it plays out. Let's see how it plays out. And chat, this will be account wide. Account wide. The earnable innate is not per slot. Once you have it, account wide. It's a one-time, you're done. So keep that in mind. So hopefully you guys, I don't want to talk about it too much, but when I say earnable, I think hopefully like it's gonna be like, oh, okay, wait, that's solid. Yeah, I like that. You know what I'm saying? It won't take too much time, but like, you know what I'm saying? You can like kind of you can see the build up. So we'll see. Bouncing is cooked. What's up, Seller? Talking about PvE? Seller, you're a PvE demon? Please pinch your nose when I'm talking. Why? I think this will be what's it called? Let me do like a red line here. Account wide. This is account wide. This is equipment through drowned, and I think shark armor. I'm only saying 5% here because maybe one of my equipment talents in the future might give some more monster armor. I'll think about it. I might give Delver Duster upgrade like 5% monster armor and new talent. We'll see. Like I said, that I'm putting a question mark because it's like a future thing. But yeah, account wide. Honestly, this might actually be a little too much. But chat, keep in mind we kind of based it off the average of the poll, and like if you look at the poll, how much DVM you have, most people were 40-50%. Most people were 20 to 30%. So yeah, like that. You have their new earnable innate DVM. Got echoes. If it's too much, if it's not enough content needs to be rebalanced, we'll see, right? Oh no, this is only for PvP. I thought it was PvP. PvP? Seller, come on now. Bro, it says DVM monster armor seller. Wait, is chat covering it? That might be why. Will the green chart get more visual flair? Maybe. I might change its what's it called? I might change its effect for its when it shoots out like little like the coral shits. Did I know the devs still cared about PvE? How did we even come about this idea? I forgot. How did this come about? I forgot who brought it up in the dev chat. Yeah, no, Joe. It's been talked about for a minute, but I think it's maybe because did I do a poll on it? I think I did, huh? Oh, I did do a poll. Yeah, I did. Bruh, I forgot. Oops. Ooh. Yo, chat, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Even if I become a full-time dev, bruh, I want to keep the orange roll. It's aura. You know, like blue. Oh, actually, no. Wait. Whoa, wait. This golden one is heat. Oh, I thought it was blue. But this golden one is kind of heat, though. Damn. Nah, but the orange one, I kind of like it. I wish it said contractor, though. It's contractor. I want contractor. It's like contractor. You know what I mean? It's contractor. Contributor, contractor. Who cares? Yeah, am I ad, bro? People say I'm bad, bro. Please don't make fun of me. Chat, please do not make fun of me. You just be talking? I do. Yeah, but so far, though, yeah, happy to see, though, that the DVM change is coming so soon, though. Yeah, it seems like a lot of people... I think a lot of people, you know, they might not always agree with what's being polled, but I think people are generally happier that we're getting more polls. Like, bro, chat, like, bro, we'd have like 3 polls like a year. Like, bruh. I'd say it's kind of nice that we're getting them more often. So we'll see. Is Dustlands gonna say the same? Probably. I might give it maybe a little bit more leeway. I don't know. It's really bad right now. It only seems viable in depths where you sneak them. I mean, the sneak is good though. Like the sneak is that's like, bro, that's the point. No, I feel like that it's still very solid. Does Dustlands give any other buff besides the TP though? I swear it did. Maybe you could argue they could be like combined with none left behind. Let me look. Oh yeah, and it assassinates people who are also next to them as well. So it's like the AoE assassination as well. I don't know. I feel like that seems fine enough for me. Bro, the thing is, you can still do assassinations in combat. It's just a lot more. It's difficult, but it's still rewarding. Boy, chat. Let me tell you. If y'all see what I'm doing with the fucking what's it called? I'll tell you. But this is what I want it to be though. Chat. Oh, no, no, no. We'll see. I don't think it'll be that busted. But if y'all saw the equipment talent for this genre right here, the Assassin's Cloak, sheesh, do not be assassinated, bro. You do not want to get caught lacking by an augmented assassination cloak user, bro. Like, you're going to feel that, bro. I'm not going to lie. You're going to feel that. You won't feel it. But they're squishy, though. Look at these stats. I mean, bro, this shit is like, look at this. 6 health, 3. Look at these. These are just shit. I mean, these are just not it, bro. Terrible stats. Nah, but yeah, I think assassinations are still. I think they're still fine. Is equipment hiding going to be removed, bro? Chat. I was thinking about that. I don't know. The truth, I don't know, because I'm worried that like if you're hiding the equipment talent you have with Jarvis or whatever, it's like, how are you supposed to? So what I had to do so far, like I have sound cues. I have sound cues for like I'll show you one of the sound cues. You have to listen. So this is for one of the talents. Let's see what it sounds like. This is also another leak. Oh, where is it? Oh, yeah, I almost heard it. There's little sound cues like that, you know what I'm saying? So you'll know when a talent is activated. So once you hear when something's activated, you'll kind of know whenever to kind of like, oh wait, that he's using like, for example, that specific talent. So yeah, that's what I was going for, because if I kind of want to see like, I think it'd be nice to see it, but I think like the audio, you're like, oh shit, he's using that. I think that's like better in my opinion to keep, people from, you can still have like the drip, but like you can hear it. Or like, I'll show you one more. What's it? Right? And so you can hear this as well. And then that's also from having an equipment talent. And so like when you hear like those differences, it's like, oh, okay, he's using that. So that's why I want people to see. I don't know, that's just my idea. So yeah, keep that in mind. I'll keep cooking on those equipment. I'll probably need to make new sound effects for like all of them, just because people probably want to be able to still like hide their equipment. That's fine. But it's like, what I'm saying, I should probably add like sound effects for all of them and shit. And so equipment talent for heavy, there's going to be equipment talents for pretty much, hopefully, I'm going to try and get every build. Like not every build, but like at least every general, like heavy. I have one for dagger right now. Probably get one for heavy, medium, maybe like 1 or 2 mage. We'll see. Gun, right? Bombs, potions. Just like, I'll try and touch everything. We'll see what I do. We'll see what I do, chat. It just depends. That's why I said, like, give me, like, maybe July, maybe August. But, bro, I want, like, when it drops, 50 new equipment recipes added. 50 new equipment talents added. Like, I want to be a big update, you know what I mean? I want it to feel like it's like, okay, there's a lot to explore here. Just my thoughts, bro. So we'll see what happens with it, chat. We'll see. That's my first big thing I've been working on. Are there achievement-specific talents? I'll let you figure that out. The update you're working on would last a super long time. That's the hope. That's why I also maybe might... I'll see. I might poll it. I don't know if I want it to be a secret or not. We'll see. Lots of content and build potential. Exactly. That's the hope. It's like... And on top of that, like I said, I explained earlier, we're losing grind. We are losing grind. We're losing like kind of things to do. Yeah, you have the earnable innate DVM, but like once you've done that once, it's all you're gonna have it for your. That's it. You don't need to grind DVM anymore. Every build will have 58% DVM. Every build will have 38% monster armor. See what I mean? So it's like while it's good that it's taking away the grind. You know what I mean? It's like it's kind of like taking away that like farming like monsters and bosses for armor needles, because you're kind of losing out on that. So the hope would be like the equipment talent could hopefully replace some of that, right? Because like I said, the crafting recipes will be probably pretty expensive, right? We'll see. Some of them won't be like enforcer boots will probably not be that expensive, but like ministry operative cloak might be expensive, right? Like I don't know, fucking the Legion's phalanx plate might be expensive. We'll see. Can we get gem socketing, like deep gem socketing into like equipment? Maybe gem socketing and weapons would be kind of cool. I always wanted weapon talents. We'll see, chat. Like I said, it depends. But I thank you guys for being here. You know, I did mention several times. People were like, "Oh, like Augmented, what are you doing? What are you working on? Scripting going?" And I was always saying, "Chat, I'm moving big, chat. I'm moving big, and I'm working pretty hard." I don't like to say much about it. I like to keep my head down, working until I actually have something to show. And so now I actually have something to show. All right, and so now I'm here. We'll see what I can do. So appreciate you guys pulling up. Like I said, I won't speak much on this again until there's more to show. I don't like doing things where it's like, "Hey guys, here's another sneak. Hey guys, here's another sneak." It's like, no, like I want there to be substantial progress whenever I show something else. Like I said, there's already 15 equipment talents made. I'm aiming for 50 with the update. We'll see what happens. If you guys have any ideas, I do take a look at DMs. I don't respond to every one of them, but I do take a look. Actually, one of the equipment talents I got from a DM from a while ago, and I was like, how would I do that? One of them I got from popular suggestions. So I do take a look. It's just that I'm not always going to respond or like yap about it, because then everybody's going to start yapping about it. It's like, I got to work. How hard is it going to be to get an 8 DVM? I don't think it's going to be that hard, but we'll see. We'll see. I think it's very reasonable. And like I said, once you do it once, you never have to do it again. It's a one-time unlock. So yeah, hopefully, we'll see what happens, chat. If you guys have anything else you want to ask, feel free. Other than that, I'm probably gonna go back to work, trying to fix Alchemist. Don't worry though, potion users. It's not like I'm not looking out for y'all either. Okay, new potion, equipment talent with a big Alchemist hat and maybe regular Alchemist hat. Poser's ring fix. Oh, see, there's a lot, bro. There's like 5 to 10 different things like people are putting on me now to try and fix from these lists. So I'll have to see. Coming this week though is breakable glacial arc, so people can't fling anymore, and you can like stop them from flinging. So hope people enjoy that. I guess I don't know. We'll have to see. Give yourself good breaks. Yeah, I'll be working on it, but hey man, I got work to do. What will happen to actual DVM MA pits? They'll probably get removed. Like from equipment, they'll just be gone. Will the new innates at least not be RNG? You're talking about for DVM and Monster Armor? No, there is no RNG. You get them, you're done with them. That's it. You get it, account wide. You're done. You know what I'm saying? And it'll be pretty solid, I think. So I wasted 5,000 needles for nothing. Well, like I said, I think the number one thing I really want to see is just, instead of it being like your DVM, and first off, 5,000? You unlucky as fuck. But second off, just convert them to Fizz and Health. I hope we can do that. I really hope we can. If not, bro, it's chopped. If so, hey. It's fire. Different bomb talents. I wanted a smoke bomb. I want a poison bomb. Will that be equipment talent, or will that be a new talent entirely? We'll see. We'll see. Is that going to remove Glacial Arc / Gale Lunge movement text? Yes. But in layer 2, no. If you won't have rest, will give us content. Exactly. Let's see. Yeah. Yes, thank you. That's exactly what I hope to hear about bombs. Yeah, bombs. Here's the problem. Like bombs, they were abused by like good players because you could throw them mid parry and like Poser's ring. You can still like abuse it with Poser ring. I fought that guy like 2 weeks ago. He would like use the like Poser ring and throw it mid Poser, right? But that doesn't mean that there should be no content for bombs in 2 years, right? So hopefully I get like a bomb equipment talent, right? Maybe a new equipment for it, because my words, I'm gonna run out of like matching. Like, okay, like how do I explain this? Like, chat, there might not be enough like what does gold like? There's just so many like unrelated equipment, like Warden pauldrons. Like, how am I gonna put a bomb talent on that? You know what I mean? Like, is there really bomb armor? You know what I mean, right? Like, what is rapier armor? Like, we don't really have super distinct stuff like that. It's kind of very generally like pauldrons, chest plate, helmet. There's not really a lot of options, so we'll have to see. Drowned, I think Drowned is staying the same. Time boosting being bannable? Let me go ask the head mod. But I don't want to be bannable. It's bullshit. Come on now, don't boost. Once it's not boosting, I'll see if I have time to do time rewards, camp rewards. See, just gotta think big. Yeah, no, but like what I'm saying, Jam, is like for example, like the assassin cloak. Okay, that is an assassin one, right? Ministry operative cloak. You see a dagger, dagger talent. You know what I mean, right? Mercenary garb, gun talent. Very like 1-to-1. But like rapier doesn't like. There's a lot of stuff in game that's like you can't really tie it to anything super concrete. I mean, obviously I can put it on whatever and just say, hey, it's a rapier talent. But I was hoping there'd be more things that are like kind of tied, and there kind of isn't. So we'll see. I can get creative with it, or I can just make it be like, oh yeah, fucking the Seltorian commander plate. He liked using rapiers. Let the lore experts do their thing. You know what I mean, right? Are there going to be armor set talents? Yes. There's going to be set bonus talents. So basically, like I'll explain this before I go. You only will get the talent if you have like Enforcer plate and Enforcer boots on. If you don't, if one of those are missing, you won't be able to use the bonus set talent. So there's going to be like a set. It'll say like set bonus at the bottom in brackets. That's in the thumbnail. You can see it says set bonus. Yeah, that's the Enforcer pool. Like that's the set bonus of the Enforcer set. So that was just an example. Glass Dancer Wraps. I'll think of something. Maybe Glass Dancer Wraps could be rapier. I'll think of something. Is there anything for use of legendary weapons? In my opinion, I think those can just get buffs. I feel like we'll see. Like I said, it depends. Will they be drippy though? I mean, that just depends on the outfit. Maybe there could be new equipment that drops with it, like unreleased ones. But the idea is I'm just trying to go back and give all the old equipment like something nice. Um, 29 out of 50, top 10 out of 50 with boosted right now chime. Yeah, it's like, bruh, like, let's get some bans going, bro. Or a blacklist. That'd be better. Niggas stuck at 0 elo, can't play. Be crazy. We'll see. I like the idea. Good job, Aga. Appreciate it. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, it will be something for everybody, right? Comp players, casual players, people who just want to try out new builds, PvE. That's the hope. Justicar Defender coat? What does that look like? Oh, Justicar Defender coat? Ah. Where are you this from? Alita, King Thresher, Ferryman? Oh, this. Oh, that was like the old Anim. Damn, rest in peace. Now it's like buns. What's the lore? Is there no lore behind this? Maybe I could just make something up. Maybe I can give a Just Krita talent. Maybe Just Krita. Maybe. I don't know. I'll think of something. Can you make exotic hide droppable so I can trade it? Oh, so you're the guy who got the exotic hide, huh? You might want to keep it. I'm not going to lie. You might want to keep it. I don't think I'm making it dropping with that, though. You make the lore? I'm not. I need to read the lore documents. Maybe see what the lore expert says. Exotic hide, don't worry about that. Check DMs before you start working. Did I not send the thing? Oh yeah, I got you. Yeah. Dude's gatekeeping hide. It's a secret, bro. It's a secret. I'm just saying you might want to keep it. You might want to keep it. I'm just saying. I'm giving you. You got the hide, right? That's an exclusive, bro. That's basically an exclusive. You might want to keep that. I'm gonna give you a little. You know what I mean, right? We'll see what happens with it. No further comments will be made. New type of prog for blind seer? Maybe. Though then again, you can just, but you can just skip blind seer prog for 10 knowledge, no? I guess if you're talking about the first time. Can you make sure to look out for the assassin style you have in mind? We can have another incident of 3 bars per proc. Yeah, don't worry. It's not going to be anything like that, but I think it's going to be like, oh. Good. We need mid-game content bad. My only issue with mid-game content, it's hard to do mid-game content without it like having to kind of adhere to like endgame in a way. Because like right now, prog is so quick that like anything mid-game, it has to be good for progression speed. Do you know what I mean? Right? It's like a power 15 or 12 dungeon. It's like at that level, you got like an hour left anyway in your prog if you know what you're doing. So like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It literally takes like 10 minutes to get from like 15 to 10 if you know what you're doing. You can get to power 20 and literally like if you're deep bound or you go to Aerodo and you job stack, you can get to power 20 in under half an hour. Literally, I killed Enmity from start to finish in under an hour. Under an hour, like that might be a fucking that might dead ass be like a fucking right now fucking world record. You know what I mean? Just because no one's like solo, no additional like bro. I mean, like, so it's like that's what I'm worried that like people would just skip out on the like they're gonna be like, oh, mid game, is there any exclusive loot? Oh no, was the boss like? There has to be something there that's like drawn in. Like it has to be like mid game content that you can do mid game, but also as an end game version of it. Like what happened with Broodlord. Originally, Brute was just gonna be mid game or early / mid game, but then Broodlord got added and it made it more interesting. It's gonna have to be something like that. You know what I mean? Where like you can do like there's like a mid game dungeon you can do, but then like you can like fucking I don't know, feed it like a bunch of demon cores or some shit like that, right? You get what I'm saying? And then it like makes the dungeon like hardcore mode. Prog is not quick if you don't have a Moon's Eye. Okay, bro. Bro, you're acting like it's like super tough to get Moon's Eye. Like it's a bit of a grind, but bro, if you do Enmity, bro, we'll be fine. How do you make Void Tower? The big update, the big PV update, Void Tower. And I want to see if I get to choose. I want to see Void Sea Expedition. That way, you know why? Because I'm just gonna be like, hey guys, it's a new Luminant. I'm just gonna say like, hey, we're adding a new Luminant, the Southern Luminant, and that's what I think it should be. We'll see. We'll see. It depends on what the squad thinks, chat. I'm not like the fucking leader. I'm like, yo, this is what we're doing. We're doing this. We're doing this. You know what I'm saying? I don't. People get way too dependent on Moon's Eyes. Yeah, but it's understandable why. We'll see though. Void Scepter will save Deepwoken. Hopefully. Any more dual gun stuff planned? Maybe a strength talent I thought of. But besides that, for now, we'll see. Yeah, something like Void Sea or Void Tower though, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it took like a year, bro. If I'm like trying to, if it's like the squad and us trying to make it like what I envision, bro, or like what people think it's gonna be, It's probably gonna take like a year or something like that, bro. Just straight working on it every day. Maybe, you never know, but bro, people want like peak, bro. I don't want just like 2 islands and then like no what is it? Boat rework, enemy boat AI, new sea monsters, new explorable islands, new explorable dungeons, loot to accommodate all that, new equipment, and then unique talents to update all that. Maybe like a new origin has to do with it, right? Actually having like the facilities to have people be able to join a giant Void Sea expedition. There's so much shit you'd have to do. So um all right, chat. Probably gonna go. Should I get some work? I might take a nap or something. See what we can do. All right. I'll be catch y'all later, all right? Y'all have a good one. Peace.